Well, hello there, folks. I do hope you're well. I really do. Now, look, I've got a channel, folks, as you know. Well, you know it because you're looking at it now. This is the channel that I run. And from time to time, I like to help folk. I do, honestly. I seriously do. Now, some will say I shouldn't be doing this video. I know a couple of them will definitely be saying it. A couple of online tipsters will say, why bother? And I know where they're coming from. They'll think to themselves, why bother giving imbeciles airtime? You know, why help them along? Why help folk that don't really want to be helped? But no, in this instance, I disagree. With something as basic as this, I think I need to help folk, I really do. And I was helping Granddaughter only a couple of days ago. She's 8 years old, I'm helping her. So I think if I can help her, that I can help somebody that should know better and should have had this help many, many years ago. So I think I'm going to do them a service. Now, what it is, I often put videos out on here, and I comment to all comments, as you know, I always try to. And now and again, I'm doing a comment, and I'm thinking to myself, is that spelled right? Is that correct? Is that not? And now and again, I'll check, because I don't ideally want to get things wrong. But some I'll understand if I get the odd word wrong, especially the harder words. And sometimes I'll put the punctuation in the wrong place and so on and so forth. Sometimes I'll punctuate and sometimes I won't bother. Even in my titles. Sometimes I bother, sometimes I don't. But you're trying to put off a reasonable level of good England. You want people to think you speak and you write good England. You don't want them to think you're a nutter. You don't want them to think you're an imbecile. You don't want them to think maybe you were dragged up, you've had no schooling or whatever else, and that's why I'm trying to teach the granddaughter. Say she's only 8, but I'm trying to help her all I can. So to that end, I'm going to help us. I'm going to put my glasses on now because I'm going to go into a bit of a teaching mode. As I say, some people will say I shouldn't be doing this, but I think it's right that you help folk that, that need a help, that need a hand. I've got something I noticed that in the last day or so on YouTube there. Let me just show you this. Can you read that? It says, the writing's not brilliant, that doesn't matter. It actually says, learned of this guy. Learned of this guy. I worry about it because it's right. It's in the video. It's written, over the video, and learned of this guy. Well, it's supposed to be learned off this guy. You see, of. That's your problem, of. It's supposed to say learned off this guy. And they've put of. So they've put learned of this guy when it should be off. It's a bit embarrassing, but as I said, I'm trying to help. That's all I'm trying to do. Which one have we got next? Here's another one. This is a Bobby Dazzler, this one as well. Can you see that? Too lazy to do. Too lazy to do. Now, the second two is all right. It should be T-O. But the first two should be T-double-O. Too lazy to do. It's a double O. A double O's needed there. And this one was very sad. Now, we all love a good roast, don't we? Well, I love a Sunday roast. You can't beat a Sunday roast. My waistline will tell you that. Here's one that I seen the other day. I won't put the line it was in, but they were mentioning gravy. They were mentioning, you have gravy on your Sunday roast, don't you? But they've spelt it Gravey. E-Y. Now, there's no E in gravy. It's Gravy. Gravy. Because when someone puts an E in gravy, you look a bit stupid. And I don't want people looking stupid. I don't want... So maybe those little 2 or 3 pointers have helped. Maybe they've not. Maybe they'll throw them back in my face. They tend to throw most back in my face. But I think you should help people that if they don't understand the difference between T-O and T-double-O, they've got a problem. If they think gravy's got an E in it, they've got a problem. What was the other one? The other one was a bit stupid as well. What was the other one? I've forgotten it already. See, I've got a bit of a problem. I've got a memory problem. Yeah, of and off. Of and off. I mean, that's basic English, really. I was surprised. My granddaughter, she wasn't sure about the two, T-O and T-double-O. But of and off, she's learned that already. But I say she's 8. You would expect her to have learned it, but she's learned that. She understands the difference between of and off. And she can spell gravy correctly. She likes a bit of gravy herself. That's probably why. If she didn't like gravy, she probably wouldn't be able to spell it. But because she likes it, I think she knows how to spell gravy. Never an E in gravy. No, never an E. Right, I'll love you and leave you. That might help folk. It might not. Might not. But it might do. I just worry for folk. Sometimes in my comments when I get a word wrong, I'll go back and think, I've got that wrong. Sometimes I'll even change a word. I've had the odd word in my titles of the videos and I thought, that's wrong. Sometimes I just miss a letter accidentally. And when I notice it, I try to put the letter in later. It might be a day or two later, but I try to put it in there. But when somebody's got a video and it's all over the front of the video, or a short, as they call them, on a post, I don't know any of them things, and they don't know the twos from the twos and the offs from the off, I worry about them a bit. I worry about them. Anyway, that's only me. I try to help where you can. Try to help where you can. Nothing wrong with that. I can be grumpy from time to time, but sometimes I can be helpful. And there's nothing wrong with helping folk, is there? If they need it, nothing wrong with helping folk. Anyway, I'll be back to helping Granddaughter, say on Thursday, Friday. She's 8, by the way. She's not doing too bad, to be honest with you.